100th birthday, CNN's Mark Walton has the story of a prison inmate and the Eighth Amendment.
Kelly Chapman has spent most of his adult life behind bars in conditions he calls deplorable. In 1968, Chapman vowed to change things, leading an inmate revolt at the old Ohio Penitentiary, a protest against what he called a violation of his Eighth Amendment protection against cruel and unusual punishments.
It wasn't fit for a human being to live in. If you'd be sitting on the toilet, rats would come up out of the commode, run up against you or bite you.
5 inmates died, and deplorable prison conditions were thrust into the limelight. 4 years later, Ohio opened a new maximum security prison. Kelly Chapman was one of its first inmates, but soon the 2,300 inmate facility was full, and prison officials were forced to make room where there wasn't any. The answer, double celling, putting 2 in a cell designed for 1.
To me, lack of privacy was the most degrading thing that an individual can have inside of a prison.
Chapman sued the state of Ohio. He won, and Ohio was forced to eliminate double celling. But the state appealed to the Supreme Court.
The fact that people were living in the same room, sleeping in the same room, did not deprive them of any of life's necessities.
The High Court agreed that Chapman's constitutional rights had not been violated, that putting more than 1 prisoner in a single cell was not cruel and unusual punishment as long as the prison met certain health and safety standards. Those standards are carefully monitored, yet overcrowding continues, as do charges that substandard conditions inside America's prison walls violate prisoners' constitutional rights. Rights guaranteed even for the most heinous criminals by the nation's 200-year-old plan for a more perfect union. I'm Mark Walton, CNN.